Retro Vertigo. Retro Vertigo.
Retro Vertigo.
Tonight, we rewind to the electric neon-lit 1980s, a decade that utterly redefined our nightmares and our vision of the future. It was an era of audacious filmmaking, where practical effects reigned supreme and storytelling pushed boundaries we did not even know existed. From the icy wastes of Antarctica to the rain-slicked streets of a dystopian Los Angeles, the 80s gifted us a treasure trove of science fiction and horror that continues to thrill, terrify, and inspire us to this very day. It was a time of big hair, bigger shoulder pads, and the biggest, most grotesque monsters imaginable. In the next 10 minutes, with the help of a rather clever AI, we have curated the 10 greatest sci-fi/horror films from that glorious decade, crunched from data, reviews, and cultural impact. Definitive? Debatable, of course. That is half the fun. Settle in, dim the lights. Let us begin our countdown, shall we? We begin our countdown in the most desolate place on Earth, the Antarctic, with John Carpenter's 1982 masterpiece of survival horror, The Thing. Met with a frosty reception upon release, only to thaw into a titan of the genre. It is a masterclass in tension, a symphony of suspicion among a terrified ensemble, led by Kurt Russell as R.J. MacReady. The premise: a US research outpost is infiltrated by an alien that perfectly assimilates other organisms. This is not a monster you can simply shoot. It could be anyone, your friend, your colleague, the person right next to you. Carpenter weaponizes isolation. Trust evaporates. Accusations fly. Bonds of humanity are tested. One cannot speak of The Thing without bowing to Rob Bottin. Grotesque, visceral, unforgettable transformations. Flesh splitting, bones cracking, bodies contorting into alien configurations. Psychological dread, MacReady's flinty resolve, and Bottin's revolutionary craft secure The Thing's place on our list. More than a monster movie, an exploration of identity and mistrust. It does not just scare you, it gets under your skin and lingers, cold and unnerving after the credits roll. Number 9, a film that asked, what if we added more? More guns, more monsters, more everything. James Cameron's Aliens. Where Alien was pure suspense, Aliens is pure escalation, an action horror benchmark. At its heart, Ellen Ripley, no longer just a survivor, but a traumatized warrior. Her journey to ferocious protector is the emotional core. The colonial Marines feel real. Hudson's panic, Vasquez's bravado, Hicks's quiet competence, so their dismantling hits harder. Cameron builds eerily, then detonates in the atmosphere processor. And then, he unveils the alien queen. Ripley and the power loader versus the queen. Character, action, and spectacle in perfect fusion. It expanded the lore, delivered endlessly quotable lines, and cemented Ripley as an undisputed icon. A sequel that honors its predecessor while forging its own identity. A pulse-pounding thrill ride that set a new standard. Number 8 explores horror from within. David Cronenberg's The Fly, a tragic opera of body horror. A remake infused with his obsessions, the fragility of flesh, mind and body, and science unbound. Jeff Goldblum's Seth Brundle and Gina Davis's Veronica anchor a poignant romance. We care for Brundle, so his decay breaks our hearts. A teleportation mishap with a housefly splices destinies. A slow-motion crash of biology. Chris Wallace's effects chart every stage. Freakish hairs, strange appetites, dissolving appendages, until man and insect fuse. Grotesque, yes, but deeply, painfully human. A monster movie, a warning about hubris, and a metaphor for disease and aging. A true tragedy told with blood, acid vomit, and a broken heart. Be afraid. Be very afraid. From the horror of the body to the rain-drenched neon noir future. At 7, Ridley Scott's Blade Runner. Initially misunderstood, now one of sci-fi's most influential works. Less plot than world and mood. A philosophical question in a detective's trench coat. Deckard hunts illegal replicants, androids who make us ask, what is human? Memories? Emotions? A finite lifespan? Questions hang in the smoke and rain. Paul's production design and Sid Mead's futurism, matched by Vangelis's ethereal synths, define the world. Rutger Hauer's Roy Batty, terrifying, intelligent, profoundly sympathetic, culminates in the iconic Tears in Rain. A timeless piece of art, elevating genre into philosophy, imitated endlessly, surpassed by none. For our sixth pick, we leave neon streets for the suburbs and into the realm where we are all vulnerable, our dreams. Wes Craven unleashed a new monster, a boogeyman for a new generation, Freddy Krueger, a killer who stalks you in sleep, and if he gets you there, you die for real. Dream logic bends physics, opening doors to startling, inventive horror. The genre gained some of its most iconic set pieces. Robert Englund's original portrayal is truly menacing, malevolent and gleefully cruel. It tapped teenage anxieties. The terror is real, yet adults refuse to believe. With smart, gutsy Nancy Thompson and an unforgettable character design, Elm Street became a cultural phenomenon and forever changed the way we look at falling asleep. Number 5 arrives like a truck through a police station. James Cameron's game changer, The Terminator. It feels forged in steel, lean, mean, relentless. A T-800 cyborg sent back to kill Sarah Connor before she births humanity's future leader. A lone soldier, Kyle Reese, sent to protect her. Essentially, one terrifying chase, Schwarzenegger as unstoppable force of nature. Linda Hamilton evolves from ordinary waitress to hardened survivor, giving the film its human soul. The slasher template, upgraded with sci-fi tech and high-stakes action. Stan Winston's endoskeleton, pure nightmare fuel. Dark, gritty and ruthlessly efficient, cementing Cameron's vision and launching Schwarzenegger to superstardom. A perfect fusion of time paradox tension, slasher dread and explosive action. At 4, John Carpenter's They Live, sci-fi as social commentary. Rowdy Roddy Piper's drifter Nader stumbles upon very special sunglasses. Through them, the world turns stark. Obey, consume, marry, reproduce. The elites are ghoulish aliens, pillaging resources, manipulating media. It is ridiculously entertaining and fiercely intelligent. I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I am all out of bubblegum. A cult classic whose angry satire feels timelier than ever. Yeah. At 3, The Lost Boys, vampires reimagined with leather jackets, motorcycles, and a killer sax solo. Joel Schumacher's horror comedy is the epitome of 80s cool. Brothers Michael and Sam move to Santa Carla. Sam meets the Frog Brothers, DIY vampire hunters. Michael is seduced into a gang of eternal teenagers. Sleep all day, party all night, never grow old, never die. A music video sheen, rock anthems, and an effects-laden climax. It captured youth culture and became endlessly rewatchable. Our runner-up returns to suburbia, the 1982 classic Poltergeist, directed by Tobe Hooper, produced and co-written by Steven Spielberg. A landmark of supernatural horror that supercharged the haunted house tale with blockbuster craft and family focus. It starts innocently, then the phenomena escalate. Young Carol Ann is pulled into a spectral dimension through her closet, her voice echoing from the television's static. It corrupts the home's safety. The TV becomes a portal. A beloved clown turns terrifying, packed with images seared into cultural memory. Anchored by terrific performances, its authorship debate lingers, but the result is undeniable. A perfect storm of domestic terror and wonder, it set the gold standard for mainstream supernatural horror and remains profoundly frightening. And so we arrive at number 1, John McTiernan's Predator, starting like a testosterone-fueled actioner and morphing into sci-fi horror. A squad of elite commandos led by Schwarzenegger's Dutch seems invincible. Then the jungle turns on them. Hunters become hunted. Their tech and training mean nothing against what stalks the trees. They are not fighting a soldier, but a sportsman from another world. Stan Winston's creature, a masterclass. Camouflage, thermal vision, clicking mandibles, shoulder cannon. The final, primal duel distills the film's brutality and cunning. A relentless, intelligent thriller, the zenith of 80s action, horror, and sci-fi. A worthy champion of our countdown. And there we have it. From the deep jungle to deep space, from suburban homes to dystopian futures, the 1980s provided a canvas for enduring terror and wonder. They did not just define a decade, they shaped genres, leaving iconic monsters, unforgettable heroes, and practical effects that still feel magical. They tapped fears of technology, the unknown, and what lies within ourselves, with style and bravado. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this AI-curated countdown, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your favorite 80s sci-fi, or what you would like to see next. So many gems could have been included. The debate is the best part. What did our digital curator miss? Great stories are timeless. Until our next trip through cinema's annals, keep your sunglasses handy. You never know what you might see.